Alright, here's the Pursuit Blazer review. I have a video up from a year ago of me shooting this exact marker, and as you can see from the video, it's a very great marker. If anybody's ever interested in getting one of these, hopefully you have some kind of experience with mechanical pneumatic markers like this, either automatic or an autococker, because this is similar to, it's like taking both and combining them pretty much. The trigger operates kind of like an automag, and then obviously it's the whole cocking and hammer design is like an autococker, and is a closed bolt marker just like an autococker. So you get that closed bolt accuracy that's known in like pumps and especially autocockers. They are a clamp barrel design marker, but you can get an adapter for autococker threads right here for like 37 bucks from Pursuit. It goes right in there. You tighten this down, and you can screw any kind of autococker threaded barrel into it, and it works just as great. And you can get these in 685 and I believe 690 with widgets or without widgets. I got mine with widgets. And then it comes standard with, well, depending on what you get, you can custom order them to however you want it, but most of them are kind of set up like this. You can get double trigger frames. You can get right, left feed, or center feed like this. They come with a different feed neck than this. This is actually, I believe this is an E-Tech feed neck, but don't quote me on that. I got it like this, so I'm not quite sure, but it looks like an E-Tech feed neck. So they come standard with the stabilizer. Stabilizer is probably one of the best rigs probably for Omni gas. So actually I would say it's the best for CO2 and HPA. So you just set this to like 350 or 400, I believe it is, and you adjust the velocity to this, which is the IVG, internal velocity governor, just like an autococker. They're pretty sturdy. They're well built. They're on the heavier side because, like I said, they're well built. There's not a lot of milling on them. They're built so if you drop it, it's not gonna just snap in half like a Kingman Spider or something. The bolt is pretty cool. The pin stays in it. It's just a little pull pin with a little spring in it, so you never lose your pin, and it just comes right out. Nice little side block. Nice thick ram. See the piston on that ram? That's really thick. You're not going to break that. Very heavy duty. The ram looks like it's rebuildable, and I believe it is rebuildable. Even this is rebuildable. This is your rock. This is your secondary regulator for your cocking action, just like an LPR. And an internal three-way. You don't have to worry about an external three-way. You don't have to worry about any front pneumatics getting smashed up by paint or running into a tree or something. I shot autocockers for years, and they're great markers, but hoses would always come off. Paint would always get in there. They were a bitch to clean, pretty much. So dual detent, I think it's kind of like overkill. I don't think you really need dual detents on a closed bolt marker, but they're there. So I believe this is the 10-inch or 11-inch brass barrel with a widget. I don't know what the inside diameter was. I bought this used because for some reason somebody was selling one on eBay, which you don't see usually. Very once in a while you'll find one of these on eBay, because once you get one of these, you do not want to put it down or get rid of it. They're just awesome. The only gripes I have about it is lack of, say, upgrades. So obviously you're not going to change the regulator unless you don't like the way it looks, but you're an idiot if you change out this regulator. You know, barrels yeah, everybody has their preference on barrels. The stock barrels that these come with, they're awesome. This one has no porting. It's accurate, a little loud, but not a big deal. But that also saves you on air too, because if you have no porting, it means less energy, or less air it takes to push the ball out, because none of it's escaping until the end. So you kind of save a little bit on efficiency without any porting, and you can also use it in the rain without worrying about your accuracy. But like I said, I have the barrel adapter, so I can put a barrel on there with some length and some porting. Grips, obviously you're stuck with this single screw panel type of grip. They're actually not bad. They're hard plastic, but I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could change out the grips and I can't. But they contour to your hand pretty good. The only things I did to this was, if I ever got one with the stock V-neck, I'd obviously get a clamp V-neck like this. It works awesome. I switched out the gauge with a little mini, I believe it's an invert gauge. It's tiny. It's awesome. And then I got that cocker adapter, and I usually use a J&J on it, or a Stiffy or whatever, you know, typical Woods ball barrels, you know. But I think it's a really great marker. And to clean it out, you can literally run it through water. You can put it in water, soak it, bring it back out, shoot it, and it'll shoot all the water out, and you're fine. You won't get any rust in this. They're really easy to maintain. Like, you just put a little oil down into the ASA, air it up, shoot it a couple times, you got oil in your marker. Sometimes it helps put a little oil here, because this is where your hammer is. So usually I cock it back, put a little oil right there, and that's it, just to keep the friction down. They have plastic O-rings on this. The bolt is kind of worn down. That kind of scares me a little bit, but it's not really that big of a deal. So it's got plastic O-rings. I don't know what the deal was, if you have to grease these or oil these, and the manual doesn't really state, but I guess you can put a little grease on it. You know, a little grease, but a little oil. A little oil is not going to hurt these little plastic O-rings. That'd probably help with that friction and that breech wear that I have in this, but it came like that when I got it. Trying to think of other things that people might say about it. I don't know, I guess just leave a comment. If you got a question about it, I'll answer it. I've owned this thing for almost 3 years now, so pretty much know the insides and out of it. I'm not an expert, I'm just a paintball junkie. Remember that.